Okay, well, I'm here with Mauricio today, and I had to interview him, and I've got even no idea what he does because he's just told me a
Neither do I.
He's just told me a brilliant story about rum.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
just
yeah.
recall that. This is how the conversation.
And what kind of rum is it? That's what I want to
So
do.
I'm gonna tell you a secret.
How did you end up in a vat of rum?
Neither my wife knows this. She knows I'm getting divorced right away. So please translate it to Swahili or something that she doesn't know. But it's like Obelix. Obelix and Asterix. So Obelix felt in that big tunnel of magic potion. So when I was 3 months old, my family is a rum producer, or my granddad was a rum producer in Madeira Island. So I fell down in a big ton of rum. So I'm completely a rum man. So the rum man.
He's not a rum man. He's a rum man. He's a rum man.
No, now speaking seriously, of course. This is for my wife, so this is serious. So what we do, we are not typical crypto company. So we don't make tokens. We use them, but we don't make tokens. We don't make crypto trading or cryptocurrency exchange, whatever. We try to bring a little bit more transparency to markets. So we act in specific industries that lack a lot of transparency in terms of the global markets. So gaming, carbon credits. Before we entered the space with the ticketing business to fight ticket scalping. We also having a new position in health as well for clinical and data records. So we believe that a lot of areas or industries that blockchain can help in bringing more transparency and more credible markets for everyone to invest. Your friend was asking me why there's not adoption yet in crypto, and it's people don't trust what's happening in crypto, because what the media sells in crypto is basically the hype of getting rich in 2 seconds. And I believe personally, this is a personal opinion, that I'm a true believer in what Satoshi Nakamoto wrote in 2008. I believe that is not the future that he delivered at that time. So we're trying to follow a little bit what he previewed that could be Bitcoin and crypto and blockchain. And that's it. It's not, of course, it's not charity. It's a company to make money, but it has a deeper value or a deeper meaning for the future.
That is great. That's a great intro. So let's unpack a few things. Mm-hmm. You've mentioned carbon credits, gaming, blockchain, health. Explain your company and what it is.
Yeah, so we are based in Madeira in Portugal. We developed a kind of a protocol called fork.io, and that can be tailored to specific industries and to fight this lack of transparency in markets. For example, in gaming, what we are doing in gaming is, I don't know if you have sons that are gamers or you are gamers itself.
I'm a gamer.
Okay, so you know the business. So the business model of gaming changed a lot in the last 10 years or so. So people are not selling games, people are selling the in-game digital assets. So the business model is more or less in-game digital assets. The question is, game studios are not selling those digital assets. They're just renting them to gamers until they play the game. When they're fed up of the game they are playing, they lose that digital assets because they cannot sell them. So all the investment the gamers invested in those swords, masks, skins, whatever, it's lost. So what the majority or a lot of gamers do, like my sons did in the past, is they sell their accounts, their identities. This is an illegal thing to do. It's even worse. There are drug dealers, pedophiles that are buying those accounts from children to get or laundering money or to get acquainted with children for various reasons. So this is a problem that tackles between 2 to 3% of cases in the industry. It's registered by Interpol, but it's only the denounced cases, which means the numbers are very high. So we figured out how to use blockchain to create a safer environment and a way that game studios could allow gamers to sell their digital assets by winning some part of the shares of that sale, of the transaction that sale, and it was safer environment for everyone. So basically that's what this Fork.io developed for gaming. So basically we create a kind of a digital twin of the in-game assets that is then put in a marketplace, a blockchain marketplace, always on chain, and then that digital twin, when it's sold, the new buyer automatically gets a smart account in the game and receives the original in-game assets. The digital twin gets burned, and this is all powered by a smart contract that is managed by the game studio, which is the owner of the digital asset, and says, okay, I get 10% cut of that sale, the gamer gets 90%, whatever. So all the conditions are pre-established by the game studio. This happens all in chain, and it gives not only gives additional revenues for the game studio, but also gives kind of new revenues for the gamer, which is a good way of getting him to be a more trustworthy relationship with the gamer. So this basically, we can adapt this to existing games like we have for Overshot. It's a game that exists for the last 2 years, or for new games from the scratch like Ezekiel, that is going to be world launched in the San Francisco Gamescom next February. So the same protocol was then adapted to current credit markets, which may seem a complete different thing, but it lacks the same problems of transparency and some things that are doing it's very illegal. The UN estimates that about 30% of the secondary markets of carbon credits are pure scam in two ways. Or the carbon credits don't deliver what they promise in terms of CO2 compensations, or people are sellers are basically double selling the same carbon credits. Why does it happen? Because worldwide there is any tool that can basically confirm or verify if that carbon credit that is being sold in the UK was not already sold in South Africa, or in Mozambique, or in Brazil, or Australia. There isn't. If the business is made in the primary market through countries, yes, they can control it, but for the secondary market, which is the most interesting market for companies and individuals, there isn't any way. So our approach is not to build a kind of one platform for all, but to build a national platform that every government, every country has to implement.
So if I can pause you there,
Yeah,
Mauricio,
of course.
you're unpacking a lot of information here.
And being
so
full as a football.
let me try and summarise what I think I've just heard.
Oh, yes.
So your platform is built for transparency. Gamers can play a game and they can sell stuff at the end of it. So unlike traditional games where you might play it for a couple of years and then you lose your account, or you try and sell it and they get all your details, all of your PayPal and stuff like that, and then it could get hacked back, which I know these problems within the system. You're making that safe for people to sell their progress in a certain game and get paid for it.
Exactly.
So you can get paid to play games at this stage in the game.
It's a way to see it, but we see it more than a way of all the investment that was made by the gamer in buying those digital assets being a little bit compensated at the end when it just leaves that
Exactly. So they're not just
Yeah.
chucking it all away. There's actually some return, and then they can use that for the next.
Especially for the parents that spend a lot of money with their kids for them to
Maybe
play.
if it was a super smart contract, the money would go to the parents when they sold
Don't
it.
give you that idea. Don't give you that idea.
So you've got this thing, and it does things with carbon credits and medical data as well.
Yeah.
So it's about safety and transparency. If we're to sum it up, that's what you do. You've got a blockchain. Yours is a blockchain.
It's not a blockchain. We are developing in layer 2 FEM. We are using Polygon, but we are.
So just for the audience, a layer 2 is something that goes on top of blockchain that makes it faster and more scalable. That's pretty much that's the thing. So that's what you do. This is something that bolts onto a blockchain that makes it faster and more scalable. And what you're doing is using transparency and safety, is at the core. That's what I'm hearing. It's all about safety, what you do.
Our approach, our vision is bring more transparency to markets that need that transparency globally. That's it.
And what are you looking for here today? What's your purpose to be here? Who are you
The
looking to
idea
attract?
is to come here to London.
Looking for some rum.
It's a first time.
Yeah.
No,
For a
definitely not.
van.
London, no.
We're going to find a van.
The best
we
rum,
can
you have to bring London Watching Conference to Madeira. What is the best rum in the world? And don't give me that bullshit of the Antigua rum or Venezuelan rum or whatever, because it was the Madeirans that brought the rum to there. So
Okay.
we are the fathers of rum, the godfathers of rum. Also, that's another good way for the title.
The Godfather,
Godfather
of Rum. The Godfather of Rum. We've just got the title for the video, haven't we?
I'm going to change the industry. I'm going to leave blockchain. The idea coming here is basically to meet a lot of people in this area to see how. I think you mentioned compliance in the first place and regulations, because neither of these that what you're doing. If there exists any kind of compliance and regulation in markets, you cannot do this. For example, we have our first client for the carbon credits platform is the government of Mozambique. And when we tried, we sold them the idea, completely the concept, everything is okay. But then when we try to tokenize the whole thing, we have a problem. Mozambique doesn't have any kind of regulations or laws regarding. The only law they have is it's strictly forbidden to use crypto in any place. So we need to step a little bit back and to start from the scratch with some of the countries, and we need to bring some regulation, some compliance. Not to kill the system, not to kill the decentralized way of making these transactions actually be, but it needs to be, because if we cannot say we want to bring more transparency and then it can be completely out of the system at the same time. So there's a lot of interesting people talking about regulations, compliances, AML, QIC, and the idea was to come here to listen and to learn with these people.
Well, fair play to you, Mauricio. If you can sit through loads of compliance lectures, then you're a better man than I am.
Yeah, but I like the team. It's because I'm an outsider, so I can ask the stupid questions that no one wants to ask. But sometimes you have to push a little bit the boundaries from those regulations. And we are the only Portuguese company that belongs to the Blockchain Alliance of Europe, which is dealing with the EU about the MiCA regulations. And we asked several stuff regarding freedom, regarding about how we can manage our individual rights without putting in cause, national policies or strategies. And these are questions that are very difficult to answer, and still we don't have a perfect way to tackle with this. But we need to start from somewhere. And MiCA can be, it's not the perfect regulation, but at least it's the start. And we have to do it. I don't know things about UK. I think you're a little bit more advanced in UK than in Europe in terms of regulations.
No comment.
From what?
100% no comment.
Since we are from Europe and we have to be compliant with the European regulations, MiCA is a start. It's not the perfect start, but definitely a start.
Well, fair play to you. It's been great fun to be here. And as a final message for anyone that says that we want to connect with the Godfather of Rum or find out more about what he's up to, what's the next step?
For the rum?
Where do people? What do you want? What's your final sign-off message to my audience, Mauricio? If they want to find out more about you.
If you drive, don't make any trading in cryptocurrency. You can drink lots of rum, but don't make any trading in cryptocurrency. You get fined by the police if you do that.